Braincom presents. Ever wondered if someone in your life might be truly evil? Now, we're not talking about villains in capes or creatures from horror films. No, real-world evil can be far more subtle and insidious, often hiding in plain sight. When we speak of evil here, we're referring to a certain type of character, a pattern of behavior that harms others, often without remorse. This isn't necessarily about criminal acts. It's about a deep-seated malevolence that can seep into everyday interactions, making life difficult for those around them. You see, evil isn't always obvious. It doesn't always announce itself with a sinister laugh or a cruel act. Sometimes it's the person who always leaves you feeling drained, or the one who never seems to care about anyone but themselves. So how can you spot these individuals? Stay tuned as we dive into the 8 signs you're dealing with an evil person. First up, a classic sign, lack of empathy. Now, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's what makes us human, connects us, and enables us to live in harmony. Yet, some individuals seem to lack this crucial trait entirely. Imagine someone who can't comprehend your joy, your sorrow, your fears, or your dreams. Picture a person who can cause harm without feeling a shred of remorse. This is because they're unable to emotionally relate to the impact of their actions on others. It's like they're missing a chunk of their humanity, a piece that allows the rest of us to feel for others, to share in their triumphs and their struggles. This lack of empathy not only makes them cold and distant, but can also make them potentially dangerous. Remember, a person's ability to empathize reflects their capacity for kindness and compassion. An absence of empathy often signals a person who could be classified as evil. Moving on to the second sign, manipulative behavior. The manipulation game is strong with evil individuals. They have an uncanny ability to twist situations to their advantage, often exploiting others for personal gain. They're like puppet masters, pulling the strings in the background, making people dance to their tunes, all while maintaining an innocent facade. Now, manipulation isn't always about grand schemes or elaborate plots. It can be as subtle as a simple comment designed to make you question your own judgment, or as blatant as a guilt trip to get you to do something against your will. The key is that it's always self-serving. They're not interested in your well-being or happiness, only their own. They use others as stepping stones to get what they want, never considering the impact of their actions on those around them. Beware, for manipulation is a common tool in the arsenal of an evil person. Sign number 3 to look out for, constant lying. We all fib a little, but a characteristic of an evil person is incessant lying. They spin tales so elaborate they could be novelists. They don't just lie to get out of trouble, they lie to manipulate, to control, to create a reality that suits their intentions. Often their lies have no discernible purpose, making it even more difficult to understand their motives. They weave a web of deceit so intricate, it's like a second skin. They live in this world of fabricated truths and expect others to play along. It's not just about the big, glaring lies. Watch out for the small, seemingly insignificant ones. Because those little lies, they're the building blocks of a larger, more sinister plot. In a world where truth is a virtue, a constant liar is a red flag. Remember, a chronic liar might just be hiding an evil nature. Fourth on the list, cruelty to others. If you've ever observed a person who seems to derive a perverse sort of pleasure from causing others discomfort or pain, you've likely encountered an archetype of evil. The cruel actions of these individuals aren't incidental. They're purposeful, calculated, and often repeated. Now let's delve a little deeper. What makes these actions particularly chilling is the utter lack of guilt or remorse. Imagine causing harm to another and not feeling a shred of regret. This indifference to the suffering of others, this inability to empathize, is a hallmark of an evil personality. It's not merely about physical cruelty. It can be emotional torment, psychological manipulation, or even social isolation. Anything that induces pain. These individuals are not just unkind or inconsiderate, they're fundamentally cruel. And so we come to our conclusion. Cruelty, a clear indicator of an evil personality. Halfway through our list, we have enjoyment of chaos. Now this is a strange one, isn't it? You might think, who in their right mind would enjoy chaos? But here's the thing. Evil people thrive on it. They feed off the disorder, the confusion, the disarray. It's like a twisted kind of fuel for them. One might go as far as saying that they are architects of chaos. They meticulously craft situations that will result in turmoil, sitting back and watching as the world spins out of control. The distress of others? That's just a cherry on top. They derive a perverse pleasure from it. Why, you ask? Well, chaos is a smokescreen, a diversion. It takes attention away from their malevolent actions. It's a game to them, a game where they hold all the cards and the rest of us are left scrambling. So remember, an evil person might be the one stirring the pot, relishing in the chaos that ensues. Moving on to sign 6, no accountability. Imagine having a conversation with someone who just never admits their mistakes. You see, folks who lean toward the evil side rarely take responsibility for their actions. They're like Teflon, nothing sticks. They're always the victim, never the perpetrator. Let's say they've caused a problem. Rather than owning up, they'll find someone else to blame. It could be their friend, their boss, the weather, their childhood pet, heck, even the alignment of the stars. The point is, it's never their fault. This absence of accountability isn't just a one-time thing, it's a pattern, a modus operandi, if you will. They constantly dodge the bullet, leaving others to bear the brunt of their actions. It's a toxic trait that often leaves a trail of chaos and hurt feelings in its wake. So, keep a keen eye out for this behavior. An unwillingness to accept responsibility is a glaring sign of an evil individual. Sign 7 on our list. No genuine relationships. You see, folks, evil people often have a hard time maintaining meaningful relationships. Why, you may ask? Well, it all boils down to their selfish and manipulative tendencies. They view relationships not as mutual bonds of trust and love, but as transactions, a means to an end, a way to get what they want. Their interactions are often surface level, lacking depth and authenticity. They may have a plethora of acquaintances, but very few, if any, true friends. They're often surrounded by people, but in reality, they are quite alone. This is because genuine relationships require empathy, understanding, and a willingness to give and take, qualities that an evil person usually lacks. So if you notice someone with a consistent pattern of superficial relationships, it's time to hit the brakes and reassess. A lack of genuine connections might be a red flag. And finally, the last sign, persistent negativity. Now this is a big one. We all have our off days, sure, but with evil individuals, negativity is their default setting. They're like a dark cloud, constantly casting a shadow wherever they go. They rarely have anything positive to say, and their outlook on life is often gloomy and pessimistic. These individuals have a knack for finding the worst in any situation. They focus on problems, not solutions, and they're more likely to tear down than build up. Their negativity is infectious, spreading like wildfire to those around them, draining energy and fostering a toxic environment. What's more, this persistent negativity is rarely accompanied by any constructive behavior. They seldom contribute to positive change. Instead, they seem to thrive on the chaos and discontent that their negativity creates. So there you have it. Persistent negativity could be a clear marker of an evil persona. Always remember, a positive mind is a powerful tool against evil. To recap, here are the 8 signs you're dealing with an evil person. First, they show a lack of empathy, failing to understand or acknowledge others' feelings. Second, manipulative behavior reveals their desire to control situations and people around them. Third, they lie constantly, not just to get out of trouble, but often for no apparent reason at all. The fourth sign is cruelty to others, taking pleasure in causing physical or emotional pain. Fifth, they seem to enjoy chaos, thriving in uncertain situations that unsettle most people. Sign 6, they refuse to take accountability for their actions, always pinning the blame on others. The 7th sign is a lack of genuine relationships. They use people for their own gain and discard them when they're no longer useful. Finally, they radiate persistent negativity, draining the happiness and peace from those around them. Keep in mind, These signs are not definitive proof of an evil person, but consistent patterns of these behaviors should definitely raise red flags. Remember, knowledge is power. Stay alert, stay safe. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to click on the notification bell, so then you get notified of our next post. Also, to learn about many other interesting topics, be sure to check our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.